Episode 4, Slive Donard. The Mountain and the Music. The ferry cut across a silver sea beneath a sky the color of steel. Uphill leaned against the rail, watching the horizon grow into green cliffs and rolling hills. His next climb, Slive Donard, the highest peak in Northern Ireland, waited just beyond those waves. At the foot of the mountain, the path began through soft fields and forest. Mist clung to the trees and the air carried a hush as if the mountain was holding its breath. Uphill wasn't alone for long. Halfway up the trail, he heard something unusual, a faint, trembling melody. It wasn't birdsong or wind, it was music. He followed the sound and found a young woman sitting on a rock, her violin resting across her knees. Her fingers trembled slightly, though not from cold. "Sorry," she said, noticing him. "I didn't mean to disturb anyone." "Disturb?" Uphill smiled. "You made the mountain sing." She laughed quietly. "I'm trying to. My father used to climb this mountain every year. This would have been his 50th. He always said he wanted to hear music at the top one day." Uphill nodded, his voice gentle. "Then we'd better not keep him waiting." They climbed together, her violin case strapped carefully to her back, his steady steps leading the way. As they rose, clouds began to swirl around them, turning the world soft and gray. When they reached the Mourne Wall, the great stone barrier that snakes up the mountain, the woman paused to catch her breath. "Do you really think the music will carry this high?" she asked. Uphill smiled. "The wind carries everything worth hearing." At the summit, the world stretched into mist and silence. The woman opened her violin case with care, tuned the strings, and began to play. The melody was simple, gentle and pure, like a memory of sunlight on old stone. The sound danced in the wind, curling through the clouds, echoing down the slopes. Uphill closed his eyes. The music didn't just fill the air, it belonged there. For a moment, even the wind seemed to still, listening. When she finished, the woman's eyes shone with tears. "He would have loved this," she whispered. Uphill placed a hand on the stone wall beside them. "Maybe he still does. Mountains don't forget songs like that." They stood in silence, the tune still lingering between them. Then as the clouds began to clear, the sun spilled across the sea, bright and golden like applause from the heavens. The woman smiled through her tears. "Thank you for walking with me." "Thank you," Uphill said softly, "for reminding me that every summit needs a song." As she descended with her violin case in hand, Uphill looked toward the horizon where the next range rose faint and blue. 4 down, 4 to go, and somewhere far below the mountain still hummed with music.